Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Freeland here. Today, we're going to talk about a strategy that you can use while you're reading to make sure that you're reading the word correctly and to fix any mistakes you might make. So, boys and girls, sometimes if we use just that first letter, like we did in the last sentence, we might not get the right word. And we have to look all the way through the word. And then if you don't get it right and it doesn't make sense, you might have to go back and reread. So, boys and girls, just like you're in writing and you write a word over again to get it correct, sometimes when we're reading, we circle back and we say it again to practice it and make sure we get it right. So I'm going to show you how I might do that with a book today. This is the jacket I wear in the snow. I'm going to pick out a couple pages of that book. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to think about what happens if I make a mistake. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to go back and reread to fix my mistake. Okay, so on this page, this says, this is the scarf, blank and red. Let's see, I didn't know what this word was, right? And I know it starts with a W, so I know it makes a w. What if I thought that was, this is the scarf, wet and red, wet. And then I'm like, are scarves wet? Could get wet. Wet, I don't see a T sound, right? Wet has a T in it. So boys and girls, so I'm going to circle back and reread. I'm going to say, this is the scarf, woolly and red. Oh, woolly means like scratchy and itchy. So boys and girls, did you see how when I picked the first word, I did use the sound, but I didn't have the right word and I wasn't sure, so I went back and reread. Let me show you how I can do that again. So what if I said, this is the Santa cap for my head? And I'm thinking, Santa cap? That doesn't look like Santa to me. So it starts with a sound. So I'm going to try and go back and use more of the letters now to figure out that word. This is the stocking cap for my head. Oh, a stocking cap is a big, long winter hat that has like kind of a tail that hangs down. It's an older hat. We call them stocking caps. So, boys and girls, when you're reading a word, you do have to use the front sound. And if for some reason it doesn't make sense, or maybe you said stocking cap and you went too many words for the word that you were saying, you moved ahead too many times, you can go back, make sure you got it right by rereading. We reread all the time. Adults reread all the time to make sure they're understanding what they're reading correctly. So we don't want to blow through it and make mistakes and just try and be fast. We want to make sure we're understanding and getting the words correct. And sometimes we have to go back and re-say it. And that's a good thing, boys and girls. That means you're paying attention to what you're reading and you're thinking about it. And that's really important. Because what if I said, this is the stuffing cap for my head, and I just kept reading. And somebody was listening and they said, stuffing cap? That doesn't make sense. There's no such thing as a stuffing cap, right? We need to say the right words so the story makes sense. And we go back and fix up our words that we don't have all the way correct by rereading. So boys and girls, every time you reread today, I want you to use a tag or somehow mark the page and maybe show a friend or show someone in your family or your teacher how I didn't get it the first time, but I stuck with it. I reread and then I said it correctly. That's what we want to do. We want to be strong readers and correct readers. Okay, good luck, boys and girls, today.